How's it going, folks? West Virginia Outlaw here. Today I want to talk about what's going on in the world. For the last week, we have seen Russia, who lied and went on and invaded Ukraine. And at this time, at any moment, they could probably capture its capital city. There's been several videos come out on Facebook and other social media sites, YouTube, of Russians killing innocent citizens, and it's to the point where Ukraine's president has told its citizens that anybody who wants to, have the right to bear arms, they're free to do so. And prior to this, they did not. They had a very strict gun law, and now you're starting to see citizens join the fight, and they're trying to hold their own because it doesn't look like they're getting any help, and it's extremely sad. It just tears my heart up seeing some of this stuff, and it just further proves that here in the United States, all these strict gun laws they're trying to pass, they're not going to work, and it's not meant to protect you in any way. You need your right to bear arms, because if something ever happens, you need to be able to protect yourself instead of relying on someone else. And it's just plain as day. So with that being said, I want to talk about a gun review today. I can't get to the range. It's raining and it's cold, and I got little man with me, so I thought I'd just do one from home. The rifle that I'm talking about today is one that the preppers love, and I bought this rifle about 2-3 years ago. And when I bought it, I got it for around $300-400, and it's funny because back in the 80s and 90s, you could buy it for $89 to $100. But I chuckled because just the other day I went to Cabela's, and they had two of them sitting on the rack for $900 to $1,000. So it seems like with all the things going on in the world politically, people are wanting to grab these rifles, and I don't blame them. The rifle I'm talking about is the trusty SKS. Now, the Russians developed this rifle, go figure. But this is not a Russian, this is a Chinese Norinco. And this gun is very reliable. It's fought in several different wars, and there's a lot I want to talk about this rifle. So let's take it over to the bench. All right, now that we're over on the bench, this Norinco SKS was made in 1964. Therefore, Vietnam War was 55 through like 75. So there's a good chance that this could have been used. You never know. This gun does have all matching serial numbers. And it's extremely reliable. You can see this gun being used in Vietnam all the way to Afghanistan. And it's proven the test of time. Now, some people wonder, how is this gun going to compete with the modernized AK-47 and AR-15? Well, you can bubba the crap out of this rifle. You can add synthetic stocks. You can take out your factory 10-round magazine and add your AK-style magazines to it. But I prefer to run it with your stripper clips. I think that you conserve ammo. You're not out there spraying lead and wasting ammo. You have to take good shots, and don't get me wrong, you can still reload these pretty quickly. Some tricks that I learned with these SKS magazines. A lot of people struggle with them. There's two things. If you get knockoff stripper clips, when you feed them into the gun, sometimes they don't always want to go all the way down, and you take a piece of pliers, and you have to bend that piece just a little bit on both sides. And once you do that, it'll fit back down in the gun. And another thing is when you go to put all these rounds in, a lot of people, they like to stick their thumb up on the top round and just push all the way down. And that'll work, but the easiest method is to take this first round and bend it just like this, and put pressure on the back of the round and push all the rounds in. And then you can remove the stripper clip. And I don't know if you... that little notch is where your stripper clip goes. So like I say, you put your stripper clip in, or another way you can do it is you can flip the gun upside down and release the 10-round magazine, and you can feed them through the bottom, and then you just close it back. And if you ever get to a point where you want to take your rounds out, you can, same thing, you can pop the magazine, all the rounds will fall out. But some of this gear that I have on the table, you know, people always like, well, you know, 30 round magazines compared to 10 rounds. Well, yes, I get what you're saying, but you can go over to Strike Hard Gear and you can get these. This is a ammo holder. You can fit 3 of the stripper clips in each one. And then you come over here and you get you 3 more. So with this rig set up, you can carry 300 rounds. There's no reason why you need more than that, you know. And then you still got the capability of using a blade bayonet, this is what's actually unique about this rifle. I've owned a SKS before, that was a Norinco, and most of the Norincos that I've seen do not have a blade bayonet, which I thought was really, really cool. That's what makes this gun unique to my opinion. You know, it's got good wood furniture on it, no cracks. It does have the cleaning rod in there, or the cleaning kit in there, as well as a cleaning rod, which, you know, nowadays are getting harder and harder to find. But yeah, this rifle is extremely rugged. Just like the AK-47, you can throw it in the mud and it'll continue to run. So that's what I like to use. You know, would I take this gun and use it as my shit hit the fan gun? Probably not. I probably still would run with the AR-15 or AK-47, but don't get me wrong, this would probably be third in line. Just because I have the other ones, you know, if this was the only gun I had, then don't get me wrong, you could definitely hold your own. But yeah, this is a classic firearm, proven the test of time, and nothing but good things to say about it. At 300 yards with iron sights, I can hit the target all day long with this thing and get a kill. So if you can find one of these, just make the purchase, and I promise you're gonna love it. All right, folks, that's all for today. Maybe next time we'll meet you out in the range. We'll get some shots off with it. But for now, I gotta save my ammo. Later.